Hey, what's up everybody? This is your girl Miss P. I hope you're doing fabulous. I'm doing well and I am here to do another weight loss journey video for you guys. I'm so glad that you guys enjoy these weight loss journey videos. I enjoy doing them. I'm always learning something different or trying something different, whether it's a new food or whether it's a new workout. And sometimes it's just my reading material, and I'm so glad that I'm able to help you guys out. I enjoy getting emails from you all. If you have any questions, please be sure to shoot me an email. My email is down below, or you can send me a YouTube message. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. But I will say, if you send me an email and you want some motivational tips, you want some help, whatever, please be sure to give me like a little background information on you. Some people just send me like a subject line, help, and they put in the meat of your message, Miss P, help me, I want to lose weight. Baby, I need some feedback. I need you to tell me a little bit about yourself. And some people, they send me pictures, and I love that. This way I can be like, oh, look at you. And then we can relate, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to send me a picture, but you can give me a little background information, and this way I know. And please just don't put help, because then I'm going to have to send you another information basically saying help you with what, boo? Thank you guys so much for reaching out to me, and a lot of people have been getting on this Body by Bye challenge. A lot of people have been wanting to check out T25, and a lot of people have been asking me, Miss P, how has everything been going with T25? You guys know I started out at the beginning of January. It is now March. Now I will say, I knocked out Alpha. It was dope. I loved Alpha. I'm now in the beta stage. I will say in February was kind of like a crazy month for me, and I worked out probably the first 2 weeks in February, but the last 2 weeks, I had a lot going on, and I just got off when it came to working out, and I was doing P90X3. I'll tell you guys about that in a few, but I did do Alpha. I loved it, and I will say by the end of the Alpha round, that's the first round of T25, I was like, okay, I can do this. Like, I was sweating, but it wasn't as bad as in the beginning. Now, honey, I started beta in March, and I will say, sweetness, I sweat within the first 3 minutes, because it's like the impact is high interval training. Oh my God, you're moving constantly. And honey, I will say I've been getting a lot of results. There are shirts. Now this shirt, I will say this is from Express. This is actually a medium, and when I purchased it, I could not wear it. This was about probably 5 months ago when I got this shirt. I couldn't wear it, but now, honey, I have room. There is a difference, especially, you know, in mama's waist, because, honey, I've been getting my snatch on, and I'm so excited about it. So I can say T25 does work, but I have to tell you guys, I wasn't just doing T25. I was doing T25 and P90X3 together. Now, P90X3, if you guys have never heard about P90X, it's by a guy, his name is Tony Horton. He's real dope. I was doing P90X back in college, but I stopped doing it because you needed a lot of equipment to do P90X. I'm the type, I want to pop in the DVD, I want to get it popping, and I'm done. I knew P90X3 is the new abbreviated version, and it is only 30 minutes, and it does incorporate pull-up bars and dumbbells, but I do have dumbbells here at my home. So I will say, if you guys want to try P90X3, you do have to incorporate dumbbells, but that's mainly the only thing that you need. And honey, if you have those around your house, that's great. You can use jugs of water, you can use water bottles, whatever you have that's comparable to a weight. I started to do P90X3 with my T25, and that would equate to a whole hour, and I felt like I was working, like doing hardcore work. And one thing I love about P90X3, it incorporates yoga, weight training, lifting. I loved it. So it was like a full body workout, and I enjoyed it. No shade to T25, but the only thing with T25, you are using your own body weight. So don't think you're compromising if you're doing T25. But P90X3, I just loved adding it. Now, would I tell people to do both of them? No, y'all know I'm crazy. I love trying new stuff, and I wanted to try it to see if I enjoyed it. Now, that is up to you if you put both of them together. With T25, I got mine for a great deal, as well as P90X3. So if you're interested in either one, please hit me up, and I'll let you guys know how you can get that. But I enjoy both of them. They're both great programs. Have y'all seen my snatched photo in this little red dress, this little red number? Get into it, honey. You see that stomach? Yes. One thing I have started doing, I started juicing. I watched the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. That is on Netflix. If you've never seen it, you need to check it out. It's on Netflix. I believe it's on YouTube. Not entirely sure. But I loved it. I've been telling everybody to check out Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. I believe I watched that movie at least about 20 times. But this is the first time that I've actually said, yes, I'm gonna juice. I'm gonna do it. And I started it and I really enjoy it. Now I'm gonna tell you guys my favorite recipe. You can also get it down below in the more description section. Just open it up. 1 cup of shredded carrots, 1 orange, no skin and no pulp. Just take that out. A whole lemon, take the pulp out and the skin. 1 banana, 1 cup of pineapples. I like using the pineapple ring. And this one is called the Morning Refresher. It's great for you. The carrots are awesome. And for me, I'm okay with having some of the pulp in there. I'm good with that. I don't have to just have straight juice. Now my mom, I have her on this as well, and she just wants the juice. She calls it that applesauce taste. She don't like that. So you can do that as well. And I just make juice for her, but I like everything in mine. Now, I got this recipe off of Instagram. Instagram is my best friend. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram at MissTP90. I follow a lot of juicing people on Instagram, so I'm going to put some of my favorites down below. And if you guys have any, please let me know and we can swap. You know what I'm saying? But Instagram is great. That's where I find a bunch of my recipes and how I try them out. But I love juicing. It's one of my favorite things to do lately. I just started it in March and it's really, really great. It's been working out great for me. My skin feels so much better. It's not as dry as it usually is, which is crazy. Hopefully these carrots help with my eyesight. I'm just saying. I try to have at least 2 juices a day, and I go ahead and make my juice for at least 2 days because it's a messy process. So I have some questions from you guys. Some of you guys email me. Some of you guys post them in the comments. So I do want to tell you that I do read the comments. I'm not going to use anybody's last name, but Angela asked, have people treated me differently since I've gotten smaller? Yes and no. I will say, for people who haven't seen me in a long time, especially from high school or even college, I've seen people that I recognize and they walk right past me. And I'm like, okay now, okay, I wasn't that big. But then I look back on pictures and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I was. As far as just treating me differently, I will say from the opposite sex, yes. I don't really pay it that much attention, to be honest. Juana says, should I count calories and when should I weigh myself? Personally, I don't count calories. I just make sure whatever I'm eating is not just ooey and gooey and bready and pasta-y and things that just attach themselves to my body. I make sure that what I'm eating is green, full of protein, and good for me. And that way I don't have to just count calories, especially in the beginning, because it will take over your life. And I started doing that and it sucked. A lot of people tell me to get on MyFitnessPal, and honey, I tell you guys, I'm a multitasker and I forget. I've had MyFitnessPal forever, but I don't really use it. That's just something I don't use. I don't knock it. I think MyFitnessPal is great. I just don't use it. If you overindulge and you find yourself not being able to put stuff down and saying, no, I don't need that, you need to count your calories, boo. You need to be smart about what you're doing, but as far as letting calories consume your life, I would not do that, but you do have to be smart. So I would say yes and no. As far as when should you weigh yourself, that's something else I don't do. I don't know how much I weigh. I couldn't tell you guys. I'm an inch looker. I can take a picture of myself, then take another one in about a month, and I can be like, okay, girl, I see you. I'm that type. I'm not a, oh God, 3 pounds. I didn't lose it. I'm the same weight. I would measure myself in inches. That's what I would do. And that's how you know how good you're doing, to me, especially for women. Now for men, it might be a little different, but I know for women, I think we should measure ourselves like with the measuring tape. I think that's what we should do. Actually said, I'm stuck in the 190s. What can I do? You know what, Pookie? I would tell you, learn your body and shock your body. I had a plateau for a minute, but it was because I was doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's why I incorporated T25 and P90X together. That way I could shock my body and I could be like, aha, you thought you were doing this today. No, boo-boo, you doing yoga. And also with your foods, you have to make sure you're not eating the same things all the time because your body is going to get used to it. Make sure you're eating at least 4 to 6 times a day. I know it's hard work, but you have to make sure you do that. A lot of people ask me, Miss P, why don't you do meal prep? First of all, I'm really I'm really nuts. I don't like my food to get soggy or touch in like a refrigerator. That's disgusting to me. I don't like my food like that. That's just me. I like my food ready to go. And I change all the time. I don't like eating the same things over and over. That works for a lot of people, but not myself. And even when I worked in retail, I had to make my food like that morning and put it in something and then go. I couldn't do it like the night before. I'm just weird like that. Even when I was in like elementary and middle school, when my mom would make my lunch, I'd be like, girl, you gotta make that sandwich this morning, boo-boo. Can't make that unless it's a PB&J, girl. We can't do that. I don't like my bread. Girl, y'all know I'm crazy. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons, because I have to constantly change it up. That's just me. Just don't get bored with what you're eating. Your body gonna be like, she gonna have another protein shake. She gonna eat oatmeal again. That's why I tell people when they do these quick fixes, when it's taking these pills and these diet supplements and all of that. And yes, I do Body by Vi, but it doesn't take over my life, because they can't. That is only for you on the side if you need some assistance, okay? But don't let it take over your life. I have 4 to 6 Body by Vi shakes a day. That is crazy. You need to know how to eat and how to control your calories. You need to learn how to do that. It's very important. Lisa says, are liquid detox diets good? Okay, yes and no. Now, I will say for juicing, very important. The reason why I juice is because I don't go around eating apples and oranges all day, even though you need that fruit intake. That's why I juice it. I think that's great. Now, as far as a lot of people use it as a detox. They're like, I'm going to go on this 30-day juice fast and it's going to be great. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that for like a whole year unless you really need to do it. And a lot of people, they do these like liquid diets, and that's okay for a short fix if that's what you want. But I wouldn't say to continue to do it, because you never know what type of strain that's doing on your body. And the last question is from Dorto21. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Says, how do you deal with negativity? I don't really read into it. I really don't. I've had plenty of people say, okay, even people in my family, okay, you getting too skinny, you getting too small. And my whole thing is, really? Like, okay, so when I was big, I was too fat, or I mean, what? I'm never gonna be the end all and be all to some people, and that's fine. As long as I'm happy with myself, I'm good. Now, sometimes negativity, it affects people. It affects me. Even on YouTube, sometimes I get negative comments and I'm like, for real, really? But I can't read into it. I really can't. Whether it's somebody telling me to my face or a commenter that doesn't even have a picture, I can't read into it. What people say half the time has nothing to do with me. I can't read into it. I'm doing me, and that's it. And half the time it's people who haven't even gone through what you've gone through. So how in the world am I going to take what you say and take it and just live with it for the rest of my life? I can't do that. It's easier said than done, but after a minute, you'll get used to it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please post them down below or send me an email. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.